I have an order to sell this high here. 4 bars down, 3 really good bear bars. Thinking that we have to get a little bit more down. We're at this low here, so we might go sideways. I'm gonna sell 50 cents higher as well. Stop above here. Alright, just got filled. I'm in order to sell 50 cents higher as well. Got about 10 cents away from my target and bounced, so we're heading back up to my entry. I considered getting out break even since it got so close, but the tail, this bar closed with a big tail on top, so I decided to wait a little bit. So this is one of the downsides I've noticed about the changes I've made. Is normally if this bar came 10 cents away or 8 cents away and then came back up to my entry, I'd exit. Um, but now because I'm actually okay with risking all the way up here, and if I did get stopped out, I would be okay with it. Now I'm not as aggressive in my exits, so I'm letting this play out, and I'll scale in higher, try to get out at my first entry, even though we got very close to my target and then bounced. So I'm becoming a little bit more lenient with my exits, and that might become a problem if it doesn't go in my direction right away. And I'm okay with getting stopped out. I might leave it for way longer than I should. So that's something I'm gonna have to see. I mean, I feel a lot more comfortable in the trade because I'm okay with the full risk, but I also feel like right now I would be exiting, and instead I'm gonna scale in because I'm very okay with getting stopped out. So, I mean, of course, if the signs show that I'm unlikely to make my profit and the probability increases I'm going to get stopped out, I'll probably exit early. But I just noticed that I become less less aggressive with my exits. So I might let it play out a bit more and exit a bit higher and lose a bit more on my losses because I'm okay with letting the market go against me now. So that's something I'm gonna have to see and keep track of in the future. I'm just gonna get out break even here. So I thought it was a decent trade. Um, it was I thought there would be sellers above here. We came down, got 8 cents away from my target, and then and started bounce. I still think though both of these bars aren't really that bullish, so I think it would have been okay to stay in. But as I was explaining the downside of the changes I've made, I just thought, why don't I just exit, break even, um, and still try to maintain that aggressiveness because it very well could have filled me um, when it bounced down, so I would have had my profit. But instead, it bounced back up and started to hold there. So I think it's okay to get out break even there. Now, of course, it comes down to my target. So somehow managed to talk myself out of this trade when the whole time I was thinking I'm just going to let it sit and get to my target. And somehow, right before the move happened, a second before, I convinced myself to exit. So that sucks. But of course, I still think it's a good trade. And I think it's okay to get out break even, but obviously it was a wrong decision here. I should have just trusted what I was, um, my initial instinct. Um, but yeah, good trade, good entry. I thought the target was reasonable. We were at support, but it was 3 really strong bear bars. Probably have to go sideways. We had a measured move target a little bit lower from this high to this low. So I thought there were a few things in my favor. Um, yeah, just talked myself out of it.